everyone, welcome back to the Makisode YouTube channel. How have we been? Today is a beautiful day out, and then want to make, it's not every time we make very large projects. Once in a while we make these really small projects, accessories, right, to go with your large project, namely your dresses, your play suits, and all the rest. So today it's all about these scrunchies, these very beautiful ruffled scrunchies. They're very easy to make. These are like the easiest scrunchies you'd find or be able to make fast and make a lot of them, right? Okay, so essentially what you need, your crochet hook. The smaller the size, the better. You're going to need some band, hair band. You're going to need one of those. Or you can use this. This is my personal favorite, and I'm going to tell you how I get to use this soon. You're going to need scissors, maybe yarn needle, but essentially you just have all your tools ready so that any one of them that you need, you can just pick it up and use. All right, so I'm going to keep these aside so that we get to start. So first of all, if we're going to be using this, I'm going to need a generous length of this, say about 70 inches. So let me just fold that in two. I need 35 times 2. So I'm going to just look for my 35. My 35 is right here. And then I'm going to, fold that in two first of all to get the length of the first part. Okay, so that's my initial 70, right? So I'm going to need to double that. So essentially 140 rope, this is thread elastic, yeah. So I'm going to cut that right there. Cutting this there. Okay, so this is what I have. Now this I'm going to chain. I'm going to chain this to create a band. So what I'm going to do again is double that. So to fold that into 4 places, yep, like that. Fold it into 4, and then I chain it. Okay, so as usual, create my slip knot right there, and then I chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23. I should have up to 25, 24, and there, that's 25, and then that final one, yeah, so 26. See, I have about that. This is really stretching. Okay, so I am fast enough. Pull that out. Pull this really strongly, right? This I'm going to, this is this other end. So there's my chain right there, my first chain. Now before fastening off, you can choose to do this before fastening off. All right, you can choose to do this before fastening off. So, but you can do this right after. I've put that in there. So I have this. Then I'm going to have to try to tie that together. Yeah, you might need help with this. So if you need help, go seek it. So however way you can put this together tightly, I'm gonna my last chain here, gonna bring this back through that. Okay, so just to secure a lot more. Then at this point I'm gonna tie. So I'm gonna do this off camera and I'll be back. All right, so we now have a a band. Essentially that's our band. This can go around your head, depending on how many times you want to do that. There's a sort of a bulge here, but well, it's handmade, right? handmade. Let's do this. So I pick up my choice, my color choice of yarn, or yarn color of choice, or yarn choice of color, whichever one. So, and then some would like to create a slip knot first, but I really don't, you know, you can do that without that. So all you have to do is pick up your loop, twist this all around it, and then chain to secure first of all, chain again, and then start. So I'm going to be working single crochet stitches all around this band. Now for this ruffled hair band, I'm going to be working at least 60 single crochet stitches around it. So this is my third. So 3. You'd notice that as you work, it gets you may work maybe just about 20, and then you're at the end, so you have to keep pushing. Push your single crochet stitches together, push them. I may work about 10 so that I show you what I mean. So you work those single crochet stitches, single crochet stitches, not too tight, not too loose, so that when you want to pull them to the end, it's easy for you to do that. So yep, that's what it's going to look like. So you keep working your single crochet stitches around this band. Okay, so I'm going to go continue doing this off camera, and I'll be back. 60, like I said, at least 60. So we're here at the 60th single crochet stitch, right? So we're going to slip stitch into that our first stitch right there. Just slip stitch like that, and then see, so that's it. That's the first row. Are you new to our channel? Have you subscribed yet? Every week we bring you tutorial videos, inspiration videos on how we made one of our bespoke apparel, or showing you on our shorts, we show you what can be, and then on the video part, we show you how we made them to be that way. So you can subscribe, yeah, you should totally subscribe, yeah, and turn on notifications, so that when we post these new videos, you can be informed. All right, you can make amazing pieces with what you learned from our channel. Do tell your friends, yeah, and share our videos too, our links for others to see. All right, so this point on, it's really easy. All you have to do is chain 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, right? And then slip stitch into the next single crochet, 5 chains, slip stitch into the next single crochet. You're going to have to be, pulling so that you can see your stitches clearly, right? So 5 chains, 4, 5, slip stitch into the next single crochet, 5 chains, 4, 5, slip stitch into the next single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch into the next single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch into the next single crochet. So that's how this row is going to work, right? So I'm going to keep doing this. You're expected to have 60 of these loops, because you have 60 single crochet stitches around your band. All right, so I'm going to do this off camera, and then I'll meet you up here at the end of it. All right, so we're at the end of the second row, which is the chain and slip stitch row, right? So this is my last stitch here, so I'm just going to do my last 5 chains, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to slip stitch into that. That's my last single crochet stitch. Now see how I'm going to connect them together. I'm going to do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put it there at the base. See, the base of the first loop. That's that first loop, right? So I'm gonna put my slip stitch is gonna be in that base. So that's the end of that second row. So I'm going to slip stitch into this loop, slip stitch into the loop and come up, right? Because I'm going to work another row of loops. Same technique, 5 single crochet stitches and then slip stitch into the top part of the loop. So watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm slip stitching right into that top of the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch into the top of the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll slip stitch into the top of the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll slip stitch into the top of the next loop. So I'm going to be having something like this. Okay, so let me work that all the way to the end while you do same, and then we'll meet ourselves up here at the end of our 60th loop. All right, so we're here at the end of the third row, which is the second chain, 5 chains and slip stitch row. Yeah, that's the last one. So as usual, this was my last lower loop and this was the first lower loop. So I'm going to slip stitch into the base of that loop right there. So loop ends at the loop, and then I'm fastening off. Scissors beginning to be blunt. All right, so there we have our band, a hair band. Okay, so we're gonna clean this up, right? We're gonna clean this up. I hope you know how to clean up. Use your needle, thread one side of this onto the wrong side, or onto a side that can conceal the rough work, right? And then tie neatly. Tie neatly. You can sew in, but if you're certain that when you cut it's going to be neat, you can cut. See, I cut. Do you see anything? It's right there. So now the other one, the other straggler at the beginning of the work is still here. So same thing, you find the spots where you can hide it. So you can sew them in if you feel, if you're the sewing type of person. But incidentally, I'm not. I don't want stuff coming off, you know, when the wearer least expects it. So I like to find a good hidden spot to tie. So I do this, and then of course find a way to cut it off, cut that part off really neatly. So just ensure that you do not cut off your knot. See, right there. Done. Okay, so let's see what our band looks like. So there we have that. This one, we have that 2, then we have that 3. Okay, so that's about it. So like I said, do go subscribe. What do you think of the video? Now see, you can add a lot more rows to make this really voluminous if that's your preference. Yeah, you can really, and like I said, if you don't want to use the thread, you know, the thread elastic, you can use this is way easier to use. So these are there, you know, I'm just showing you all of the different amazing possibilities that are bound and are available to you. Now, would you, if you don't mind, even this works. This works. Elastic. Just find anything that that expands, you know, that stretches, and you can do that. It's handiwork. It's craft. It's handcraft. So really, you can do a lot. All right. So thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.